What's up YouTube, this is Shuttleboy and I'm back with yet another video. Today's video, we're going to be talking about 3 big changes I want to see from Wang this year going into 2020. So let's get right into it, guys. Alright, so the first thing I want to see change from Wang, and this is probably my biggest change I want to see from them, and that is flat rate and timely shipping methods. Now, shipping has always been a huge issue with Wang. I always get a ton of DMs, questions everywhere on all social media accounts of people asking me what's going on with their order, what's the whole issue here. I ordered something 2 months ago and I haven't heard back, what should I do? I've had orders where people just ask me like the day after and have no idea. It's really hard, especially nowadays with so many new fans coming into Wang, trying to catch them up to speed on the issues that can be seen when you buy something. That it does take a while, it does cost a lot for shipping, and it's just something that you kind of have to deal with if you're into Wang. I know this is pretty much common sense that we want the shipping to be a lot better in just all aspects of it, but I think it really needs to happen now. I think this is the year that it needs to happen, because this is kind of a pivotal point, I feel like. I think Flower Boy was kind of like the transition to this newer age of Tyler, and now this is kind of the make or break time period, I think, for some of the older fans, because it's just getting kind of annoying for people. I think people before the Flower Boy era really were pretty understanding when they would have screw-ups like shipping something out a month later, or something being a little more overpriced than it should be, or quality not being to par, or something being screwed up. But I think people were willing to accept that because they really just liked Tyler, and they understood that what he was doing was not easy, and just being a smaller brand coming up was something that they were willing to deal with that in order to support him. Well, now they have way more support than ever before. They're making way more money than ever before. He, along with other longtime fans, thought that once he would actually get such a huge audience like he has now, that some of these issues would be solved in the future, and it doesn't really feel like any of them have been solved. And that's kind of one thing that I think a lot of people are pretty upset with, is that it's been this long with Wang brand. They've had this much support now, just recently resurged into them in the past like 3-4 years. And we haven't really seen anything really come back to the consumer as far as improvement. I think one thing that's been really good with them is they did have the store open. That was a big deal, and that's a way that people, the fans and stuff, can go to the store and get a better price because they don't have to wait for their item, and it doesn't cost that extra shipping, that Wang taxes, we should say. I think they really need to do it on this website soon, because this is really where the bread and butter is. It's obviously not with the store. There's tons of people that are huge Wang fans that will probably never get to see the store. I would like to see them doing a flat rate shipping of just $10 like Supreme does, where everything is $10 if you live within the US as far as shipping goes, and depending on how much more you buy than the typical amount they say, then it might tack on like $5 more every time. I think a lot of people are tired of just going into buying something in a Wang shop and they have no idea how much the shipping is. Whether you buy a windbreaker that's super light and it's like $25 for shipping, or a t-shirt that's $10, or just a hoodie that's $20 at times, it just gets a little ridiculous trying to figure out what is going on with the shipping. It's very inconsistent, and I think something they need to work on is just making it a lot more transparent and obvious to the consumer of what that shipping price is going to be before a drop comes on them. And then in hand with that, I would like to see the shipping just be a lot more timely in general. I remember last year, Brad from Wang, Brad Scoffer, was talking about how he was saying that shipping was going to be a lot more timely in the future, he said, of all 2019. Well, we've seen how 2019 went, and I think we all know that didn't go too well. So I would like to see that actually change this year. I know it's a lot easier said than done. I know it's easy for me to just point from the outside and say that this is an issue, but the fact of the matter is they are making a lot of money off this. They have a lot more fans, a lot more orders coming in, and I just don't think the necessary improvements were made once he got a larger following. The second thing I want to see from them is just more consistency and transparency when it comes to drops. I feel like every year it's a gift and a curse when we see that randomly we have no idea when a golf drop is going to happen, which makes it really exciting when one comes out. but I would like a little bit more consistency where we can always expect a summer one and always a winter one or something like that. We've had years where they completely skipped a season and stuff like that, and I just don't think that that is the way to go. I think they need to make it a little bit more upfront. A lot of their audience is kids, and kids in general need time to save up. They don't have income that's coming in every week, every month, so they might not be ready for that. And being that fact, I think they need to be more transparent when the drop is going to happen, because then those kids have time to save up their money. On top of that, just silly little things like every time they have a Golf Wang drop, they don't always put up a preview of what's to come, which is cool because then you get excited to see what else is getting dropped. But I think overall, the theme more should be just that we know exactly what's coming, because that just makes it a little bit more fair, a little bit more understanding for the consumer, rather than I'm going into this golf drop blind and have no idea what I'm buying, especially when things sell out nowadays. Another silly little thing that I wish they would just do is everybody asks during a Golf Wang drop, when is the Golf Wang drop, what time it is and stuff. For some reason, I don't know why they do this, but they refuse to just put on their Instagram posts and stuff the exact time that it comes out. I know it's consistently the same time period, but it would just be nice if they did that, so it just keeps me from having to answer the same question 20 times every drop. And the last thing that I want to see from Golf Wang in the year of 2020 is I want to see them bring back more classic designs tastefully into the limelight, like they have done with Punk Face, with Flames. I would like to see that more with other designs, but tastefully, not just some kind of weird stretch. Some things like blocks would be really cool to see. The Cherry Bomb logo would be really cool to see that come back. I think one thing that's always been a theme throughout every year is there's always, like right now it's all Igor stuff, or 2 years ago it was all Flower Boy stuff, no other albums. But I think there's no reason for them to not release stuff that has the other albums on it. Maybe I think that would get newer fans more in tune with the older fans a little bit better, and vice versa. There's a ton of old designs though, really, that they could really pull from other than just Flames and Punk Face. You got Golfalicious would be another really sweet thing to see. Representing Okaga more would be pretty cool as well. Just older designs like Box Cutter. We don't ever see Box Cutter anymore. If they just threw that on a t-shirt, I know that would sell well. I want to see more old iconic designs from Golf Wang just utilized in the new limelight now. I think a lot of old fans would really appreciate it, and then newer fans can be more in tune with what's going on with Golf Wang's whole history. That's pretty much going to conclude the video, guys. Let me know down below if there's anything you really want to see from Golf Wang that maybe I did not share, or maybe there's one of these things I said here that really resonates with you and I want to hear down below why it does. Please hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video, guys, and please subscribe if you haven't already for more Golf Wang, more sneakers, more clothing, more Shuttleboy. And this is Shuttleboy, guys, and I'm out, guys. Peace. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Is this your first Shuttleboy video? Have you been here before? If not, I really recommend you subscribing. If you really like all this Golf Wang stuff, this is what this channel is about. If you like these sneakers, you definitely should see some more. We go over a ton of Golf Wang here, whether it be the latest pickups or Golf Wang grails. Definitely come here to subscribe and watch more Shuttleboy, because everything here has to do with Golf Wang, sneakers, clothing, and more Shuttleboy.